I became a shop owner and an adventurer at the same time, and that's my story. Over time, there is a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in. They called them the dungeons. Strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon, a village of slightly curious took root near the dungeons. Among the settlers, two groups shined brightest: heroes and merchants, glory and profit. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were taken. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will. Long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. I appeared in the dungeon. I was taught how to move, roll over the void, how to die, to dodge enemies and their attacks. I came to a room with a lot of vases. I started to break them all. In the same room there were also red slimes, which I successfully beat. After that, I broke all the vases and used the heal potion. In the next room, I was taught how to use weapons charge attack. I tried to kill this thing, him. On the second try, I beat him, and went to check what was in those chests. I found this thing, and this one. In the next room, there were monster portals. I tried to win this fight, but there was more and more coming out. I died. I was launched out of the portal. Then this guy found me. "What a sorry looking kid. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now." He took me home. "Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were curious about the dungeons." Some documents were shown. "There is no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete." I woke up. "Morning, boy. Did our little merchant beat off more than he could manage?" "Yeah, probably." He came to me. "Well, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You're the last of your family. The only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on this fifth door. Nonsense. Foolish. Just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for creator's sake, stop using that broom of yours. You daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's mine from the back of the day. Use it. I have a little need for it now." He gave me a shield and a sword. "Now then, get up. You're wasting light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get through your hard head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many years ago." He went to the shop. I got up and started exploring my room. "Look, that's me. I'm sure there will be another dimension in the mirror." Then I went to the shop. "Successfully selling your merchandise take knowledge of two things. You must know the item's value as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop up and allow the customers in." Before opening the shop, I checked what I have to sell. After that, I opened the door. This woman entered my shop and started looking at that thing. She was satisfied with the price. I sold it to her. "Did you see that? Best experience you can hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them and not too cheap for you to lose profit. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair." Another guy came. He wasn't okay with the price. "I don't think I have to tell you how obviously that item was overpriced. Lesson learned? Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you will have to offer cheaper prices on your wares." And more blah blah blah. He also showed me the notes about my wares. He was talking about how should I do to get more profit and other things. "Go on now. These very bones of mine must rest. I went exploring the city. After that, I entered the dungeon. I checked the first room. There was nothing. I went to the next one. There were those green things. I beat them and took their loot. In the next room there was a golem. I went to him, I took a few hits, I almost died. I have 10 HP. In the next room I died. I avenged myself. In the nearby room there were slimes, which were literally one hit. In the last room I saw those materials and took them. Then I went to the skeleton. There were some notes. To a person of hopefully far more better luck than I. My time is short. I took injury from the strange creature across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out though. I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple of items when he flew. One of which is this map? Diagram? Whatever it is. I was right. They called me crazy, said, "All crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles." But I was right! Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sort, all of them linked to the giant locked door outside the dungeon. The fifth door of Rinyoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell, but the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please open the fifth door of Rinyoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. I checked another skeleton. Big boss gonna kill me. I supposed to let them all out. Now have to chase these weird creatures that stole my stuffs. Ah, Big boss gonna be so upset with little me. He had this map. I used my pendant to get out of the dungeon. Goodbye. I appeared near my shop and met Zenon. Oh, the young proprietor of the Moonlighter had returned. He told me that I can upgrade the town and my shop. I went to the board to check what I can do. That was a little expensive for me. Then I came home, placed my merchandise, and after checking them up I went to sleep. I woke up, went open my shop, reviewed the price, sold my goods, and closed the shop. I made 406 coins. Then I went to the dungeon. I was fighting and getting new materials, but then I found this place. There was a note near it. It said, "Why? Why do our tools keep disappearing? A chamber full of precious stones is left untouched, but rooms and chests holding our most basic tools keep vanishing." Okay. I entered into the water and started receiving heal. After that, I cleared all the rooms and went to the last one. That was the boss. I immediately started punching him. I tried to dodge his attacks, but in the end, I died. I went a second time. I also read the story, and finally I got to the boss. This time I beat him. I went to the second floor. I saw this thing and after reading the instruction, I took it. Basically, it turns resources into money. I went to the nearby room. After trying to beat this new enemy, I decided to run away. I got home, placed all my materials for sale and went to sleep. The next morning I was selling all of them, while figuring out the best price. Finally my shop closed. This day I made around 2200. Then I went to upgrade my town. I bought the forger and alchemist. After talking and exploring what he had to offer me, I went to alchemist. Another small talk, she proposed to me her services. She can brew potion and enchant my armor and weapon. After that, I went to the dungeon. There wasn't anything interesting until I saw the room of the second dungeon. There was nothing special, just new monsters and materials. Then it was as always. I got to this room and died. More fighting, more death. On the third try, I finally decided to go home. I slept, worked, and went to the dungeons. I also died. After a lot of dungeon raids, enchantments, and upgrades, I finally got to this dungeon's boss. I came to him. He is some sort of golem with slime. After he woke up, we started fighting. After a few minutes, I beat him. I made it on the first try. He was defeated. I received a key. Football! After taking the loot, I went home. I placed the key in the big door. After talking with Zenon, New dungeon was opened. At night I went to this dungeon. There was nothing special out there. I also saw the next dungeon's room. I returned home. On the next raid I got to the boss. It was an orange tree. This was a really epic fight. And this has to be the end.